He lives?
Shockwave. Just the tactical advantage I need.
Lord Megatron.
Shockwave! This is quite an unexpected turn. I thought you'd perished on Cybertron.
Yes, as did we all.
Reports of my demise were greatly premature. A pair of Autobots infiltrated my facility on Cybertron, sabotaging my space bridge. I gave chase, but failed to accurately calculate the outcome. I awoke in the rubble, blinded. It soon became clear that I was marooned on our dead planet, with no means of communication. In time, I repaired my wounds and resumed my experiments. The solitude enabled me to make tremendous advances in my research. Until one day, my instruments detected a massive surge of unidentifiable energy. I traveled to investigate its origin at the edge of the Sea of Rust, where I encountered your salvage team and the smoldering wreckage of the Omega Lock. But this was not the search party I had anticipated so long ago. Leaving one unanswered question. Why was I left for scrap? Abandoned. Why?
The explosion, it collapsed the power core chamber. The last thing anyone witnessed was you charging into the space bridge portal. No one saw you come back out.
I find your reply to be logical.
But you will be pleased to know that I avenged your seeming demise by personally terminating the Autobot cliff jumper.
Careful, Starscream. You may dislocate a landing gear patting yourself on the back.
As Megatron's first lieutenant, allow me to welcome you back to the winning team.
And allow me to clarify the new chain of command. While Starscream will retain authority over military operations, Shockwave will be my first lieutenant in charge of all scientific endeavors.
So you are saying we shall each report directly to you?
Affirmative.
So transparent. Megatron's respect is earned by deeds, not words. Wait, what? It was just here! Surely one of you saw it?
Starscream.
Megatron, surely our Autobot prisoner is a better source of information than this primitive datanet.
I will have you know, Shockwave, that I have been grinding Wheeljack down for days. If he knew anything, he would have spilled it by now.
Again, some prove to be better at holding their tongues than others.
Perhaps you would have better results if, instead of a club, you used a scalpel. I recommend a cortical psychic patch.
Do your worst, Doc. I'm a wrecker. I can take it.
Trust me, you in fact cannot. The patch failed to yield any new information on the whereabouts of the Autobots.
I see.
Then it would seem that Wheeljack has outlived his usefulness.
Wheeljack is not the first prisoner to escape Starscream's care.
Following the failed cortical psychic patch.
Is there no one who can bring me their heads?
If I may, Lord Megatron, during my exile on Cybertron, I resumed work on a long-dormant project. One that I believe may provide a solution to our current problem.
Cybernucleic acid?
The building blocks of all Cybertronian life. This hails from a specimen I excavated upon our planet, and has yielded promising results. You misunderstand. The subject has been fully cultivated and need only be transported from my laboratory on Cybertron.
Then by all means.
I present to you, my liege, the ultimate Autobot Hunter. Indeed. But the specimen you see before you was bred in the laboratory. Cloned from fossilized remains, which I discovered on Cybertron.
Shockwave. It does my spark good to see you once again tampering with creation.
Master, please, keep your distance.
No need for alarm. The beast is completely under my control. A sample of Energon from Wheeljack. Spilled during the Autobots' failed interrogation.
And to make matters worse, because it cannot speak, we have no way of knowing why the Predacon failed so miserably. Poor, mute, mindless creature.
Explain why my forces are scattering across this globe.
I am in the process of deducing how they are infiltrating our communication system. Open a ground bridge to the Harbinger. I assure you, Master, I have everything under control.
Lord Megatron, I accept that military considerations are outside of my domain, but perhaps it is once again time to release the Predacon.
Yes, that's right. Go off and sulk, why don't you?
Was most illogical. Require a ground bridge.
I mean, isn't it just a little preposterous?
They are not the remains of Predacon, Starscream. Much delayed. And it would seem we lost the beasts to the ravages of time.
But not their endomatter, from which I am logically able to extract their very CNA.
Another scavenger hunt.
You are not suggesting that I would send my creations to a distant planet without first having them microchipped?
Well, I was. But, seriously, you did?
we need.
Shockwave. I understand that you engaged Optimus Prime in the field.
Only in order to secure the specimen, Lord Megatron.
I believed that you had perished once, my most prized engineer. And I highly doubt that Project Predacon can be completed without you.
I shall leave the fetching of bones to Starscream and confine myself to my laboratory in order to accelerate results.
Excellent.
I mean, not even the lone beast we had was compact enough to stroll these corridors without tearing them asunder. Which reminds me, I am so very sorry for your loss.
I was referring to my off-site laboratory, which we have erected expressly for the cloning procedures.
You think of everything, don't you?
Illogical. Though there appears to be an enormous mass upon the upper hull.
How did it find us?
Predacons possess precise homing instincts. Military command of the Predacon is most logical, since my services are required elsewhere.
Oh.
The Predacon clones have almost fully evolved and will be combat ready within 3 solar cycles.
Well done, Shockwave. Knockout!
I will determine its value after Lord Megatron's Predacon army is ready for deployment.
Unruly beast!
Strike me again, and I will bury that rod in your spark.
Formation.
Nor did I.
The ability to transform is a fundamental part of Cybertronian biology. We simply possess no evidence that the Predacon species ever reached that evolutionary stage, since they became extinct in the Great Cataclysm.
And now we know.
I see you've been keeping secrets.
It was not my intention to deceive you, Lord Megatron. Allegiance to you, my one true master.
Beast may fully believe himself to be a loyal servant today. But trust me, the moment our Royal Highness realizes that his army possesses greater might than what currently remains of the Decepticons.
Evolution will give way to revolution.
Lord Megatron, you're not saying you intend to pull the plug on Shockwave's beloved Project Predacon?
Your conclusion is most logical, my liege. Soundwave, I require an immediate ground bridge. Pure Cybertronian cybermatter, not unlike that which once existed upon our primeval homeworld. Indeed, yet the cybernucleic acid alone cannot account for these cyber forms. All possible logic points to the presence of one unexpected variable: synthetic energon. Simply put, this combination of elements could allow us to cyberform entire worlds.
Why do I feel a shockwave plan coming on?
Do not think for a moment, Starscream, that it has gone unnoticed that you left me at the mercy of the Autobots.
Master! Are you going to allow one lieutenant to harm another?
I am tempted to force you to share my perception of things.
No! I only did what I thought was best for the mission. But I do feel compelled to add that it was my very error in judgment that made this happy accident possible. If I recollect, you were seeking to purge your laboratory of sensitive materials before the Autobots arrived, were you not?
Your argument is logical.
Exemplary teamwork. Now tell me, Shockwave, why does this cybermatter resemble chaos?
The basic elements are apparently unstable. I will turn my attention to correcting that.
Then we will focus all our remaining resources upon the successful reconstruction of the Omega Lock.
We salvaged much of the wreckage of the Omega Lock, but the damage was quite severe. I would urge the selective use of Earth technology. Retrofitting its operating systems will be more efficient than rebuilding from scratch.
Then do provide Starscream with your wish list. Since Shockwave must turn his attention to the stabilization of our cyber matter, you will be in charge of acquisitions.
Lord Megatron, I have determined that the synthetic energon formula provided by Knockout is the source of the instability, simply because it is incomplete. Master, excuse my impudence, but what is the logic behind ruling two worlds?
It has taken me quite some time to fully comprehend that Earth and Cybertron have always been linked. Two halves of one whole, Primus and Unicron. And that to rule only one would be to never truly rule either.
Are you not concerned about what our comrade might spill?
Of one thing I'm certain. Soundwave knows when to impart information and when to withhold it.
Lord Megatron, I have located the one item upon this world which possesses enough raw tonnage to power the reconstructed Omega Lock. A particle collider synchrotron.
Excellent, Shockwave.
However, the successful completion of the synthetic energon formula is proving to be far more difficult than anticipated.
Knockout first procured this unfinished shamble from the Autobot medic, did he not?
That is my understanding.
You forget that we currently have an agent within the Autobot base.
Laserbeak could reconnect with Soundwave and upload his directive to him.
Which would still require knowing the location of their base.
It is my understanding that Soundwave kept surveillance records of more than just the human children. This is no place for a one-handed Autobot.
I'll take one bum hand over one good eye any day.
A logical assumption, were it not for...
Shockwave does not require your cooperation to siphon your knowledge, Doctor.
Only confirmation that the synthetic energon formula is unstable, and that the Autobot medic's work on it remains incomplete.
Then it seems we must help Ratchet finish his work.
I look like hired help to you, Autobot.
Knockout, attend to the needs of our esteemed guest.
As you command.
So we know this cyber matter to be produced by an atypical molecular displacement reaction.
Extensive empirical evidence indicates the fundamental instability within the synthen formulation to be the cause.
Double-blind analysis?
Naturally. The results only confirmed my original hypothesis. Once the erroneous variable has been corrected for, the stabilized synthetic material will bind properly with cybernucleic acid.
And produce a stable form of cyber matter. Remarkable.
Yes. Quite an act of providence.
And to think that had we not let you destroy the beasts, none of this would be possible. Those specimens you requested earlier aren't going to prepare themselves, are they?
There is much to do in little time, Doctor. Shall we get back to work?
Certainly.
Knockout. I require a fresh CNA sample.
Assembly of the Omega Lock is entering the final stage. Your guidance is required.
Understood, my liege. Knockout. Supervise our guest in my absence.
Wow, thanks for the big vote of confidence.
Spectrum analysis confirms that the synthetic energon is stable. The formula is now complete.
And your timetable for production?
With the aid of hyper-acceleration technology, not long.
Oh, a pity you won't live long enough to witness the fruits of your labor.
Lord Megatron, synthesis of the cyber matter required to cyberform Earth has commenced.
Lord Megatron, Predaking is on a rampage and moving rapidly toward the...
Shut it down, Shockwave. I cannot allow you to harm Earth.
The planet will not be harmed, only its indigenous life forms.
Over my sparkless husk.
Lord Megatron, the Omega Lock is fueled and ready.
Smoke screen!
I will avenge you, Master!
Starscream, do not be a fool!
Curse you on your logic! Your elbow articulator is digging into my lateral flexor.
Do you intend to whine for the duration of the voyage?
Returned, partner. I trust you haven't strained yourself tinkering in your lab while I was toiling the field like a common drone. I mean, I seem to supply old bones faster than you grow new clones.
Starscream, given our lack of infrastructure and frequent need to relocate in order to avoid detection, it is not logical to expect greater productivity at this point in time.
At least your new clones lack the arrogance of your last effort. The one who named himself Predaking. Their treacherous scout was able to fell the mighty Megatron. Rest his spark.
As such, it is paramount that we harvest the CNA necessary to clone more of you. Many more of you.
So that we may build an army of beasts great enough to eradicate the Autobots. Shockwave, how was your journey?
Long. Explain why you have summoned me to the middle of nowhere.
Because I have located our army. The clones sniffed out quite the motherlode, wouldn't you say?
It defies logic.
Lord Megatron. But how? You, Oh, what does it matter? Our master is back, and looking far more imposing than ever.
Unicron.
My legion, arise and purge this world with your dragon fire!
Terracons, created from Predacons?
It defies all science.
We're doomed!
An impressive display from my creations. But would it not be more logical to employ your might elsewhere at this time?